Let's start the course by understanding the DevOps prerequisites of a software provider. Over the duration of this course, we will check into and learn about how GitLab CI/CD can be used to meet these DevOps requirements. Dasher Technology is a software provider which offers a platform to facilitate the connection of data, applications, and devices across on-premise environments for businesses. Recently, their research and development team has been exploring the possibilities of transitioning their services to the cloud and leveraging container technologies. Initially, they aim to apply this to one of their Node.js-based projects with intentions to extend this approach to other projects developed in Java and Python at a later stage. They introduced a DevOps team for this initiative, which is led by Alice, who will be responsible for establishing the DevOps pipeline for the project right from its inception, adhering to industry best practices. Their work will revolve around a multi-cloud infrastructure utilizing Docker for containerization and Kubernetes for container orchestration. Alice conducted a swift evaluation and learned that the current requirement penetrates to a Node.js-based project. The previous team operated without a version control system, which developers independently writing and manually integrating code. The testing process was sluggish and ineffective due to manual execution. Collaboration among developers was often hampered as they worked on separate code branches. With infrequent integrations and testing, software releases carried more significant risks. Deployment of software to various environments, including development, staging, and production, was primarily a manual procedure. To tackle these challenges, Alice and her team have opted to implement a continuous integration and a continuous deployment pipeline and have outlined the following key steps. First, they would like to adopt GitLab for version control and developer collaboration, and implementation of unit testing and code coverage measures to expedite testing and minimizing bugs, utilization of Docker builds and push processes for containerization, and the application is then basically deployed to Kubernetes clusters. And the pipeline should also be incorporated with various automated integration testing as a final step. The successful execution of these steps is expected to resolve the existing issues. Nevertheless, the team now faces the additional hurdles of selecting the most suitable CI/CD tool. In the market, a wide array of CI/CD tools are available, including Jenkins, Travis CI, Bamboo, Spinnaker, GitHub Actions, Circle CI, and more. After exploring several options, the team has made the decision to proceed with Jenkins as it stands out as one of the most extensively used open source CI/CD tools. To employ Jenkins, the team is required to undertake several tasks. One is to configuration and operation and upkeeping of virtual machines with specific CPU, memory, and hard disk capacity. And prior to Jenkins installation, prerequisites includes Java JDK installation, setting up firewall rules, and installing various different Jenkins plugins. And the last one, given this is, the project is centered around Node.js and NPM must also be installed. So to facilitate unit testing with various Node.js versions, the DevOps engineers must install multiple Node.js NPM versions, ensuring that the test runs without any version conflicts. And Docker installation is required for doing the containerization steps. Apart from that, for Kubernetes deployment, the installation of kubectl, Helm, or other necessary binaries is necessary. Teams often employ external tools for integration testing and reporting, which also requires the installation of these tools or their command line interfaces on the machine where Jenkins will be executed. It is important to note that these tasks apply to a single Node.js-based project with high-level steps. The pipeline's complexity may grow with additional steps, proportionally increasing the manual configuration workload. Furthermore, the organization intends to implement similar methodologies for other Java and Python projects running on cloud platforms like AWS and Azure. Depending on the specific project, additional software requirements such as Java, Maven, Python, Azure, AWS CLIs may be necessary. And if the pipeline demands enhanced security in line with DevSecOps practices, more tools like Privy, kubesec must also be configured on the same Jenkins instance. Considering that this DevOps team is recently established, many team members lack familiarity with the broad spectrum of tools and services, Alice has initiated a search for a tool that satisfies the following criteria: simplified setup and initiation without the need to install and configure numerous services, and a focus on building pipelines without the burden of managing infrastructure or concerns regarding scalability. Following a thorough evaluation of multiple tools, Alice has chosen to check and implement GitLab CI/CD. Over the course of this training program, we will check into the creation of GitLab CI/CD pipelines for a straightforward yet a real-time Node.js application. Thank you.